Hello, hello. Good afternoon. I guess some of you it might still be morning, but we're heading towards the afternoon. For me, it is afternoon already. So, hello, hello. Hi, NY. How are you? Hello, Alexander. Driving to listening mode? All right, all right. I like it. Drive safely. Drive safely. So, we're going to have a whole bunch of information coming out here. Hi, Mal. How are you? Good to see you. So I have a whole bunch of information that I've been telling you guys about for a couple of days that I've been wanting to get over here and get out to you. That is a whole bunch of indigenous. So there are a couple of cases of people that are missing that I want to go over with you. And then there's other information that's like good news, news in general that's coming out, and things are heading in the right direction. Like I said, I mean, you used to search for anything indigenous news. There's nothing out there, but there is now. And so it makes me really happy to see that. Really, really happy. Um, yeah, well, and ultimately we're going to try to get through what we can, but I'm positive I'm not going to get through all of it. So we'll go through what we can. The rest I'll save, and I will put them on maybe like an upload or something, and just slowly put the info out, or maybe community wall or something like that. But we'll start with doing what we can right now. So let me even see where this begins. I think right here. Okay. So, this is one of them here. And let me see, December 27th. So this one, I think I've already run past you guys. I just can't remember. I'm pretty positive though. I'm going to go with yes, which was that the Colorado Bureau of Investigation launched its first ever missing Indigenous person alert system on December 30th. And so that was to help solve more crime in the community that it sees a disproportionate port disproportionately high rate of missing people and homicide cases when compared to other racial or ethnic groups. And so we had talked about that, and there was unfortunately bad news because the very first person that they ever used that on ended up being they were located, but they were found deceased. And so that was really not what we wanted. Hey, just saying, how are you? Good afternoon. You're also working, listening? Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I hope that work is going good for you. And so that was the first one, and then it talked about like it's basically going to work the same as other existing programs like the Amber Alert, the missing adults, senior citizens, things like that. So that was one bit of information I just want to touch on again because I wasn't, totally completely positive that we had definitely said it. So I just want to be sure. Now, this one is going to be one of our cases, one of the first ones here. And it is really sad because you can see this little boy is holding a sign and it says, "Have you seen my mommy?" So I'm going to go with Latanya Tait is her name. I may say it wrong. I will not be surprised if I did, but that is what I'm going to go with. And he's holding the sign. It's got pictures of her. And then it says like description, gender, hair, the last known sighting. And so I'll read what it says over here on the side for us, though. Hey, Grandma Sherry, good to see you. Good afternoon. How are you? So the photo was taken January 19th at the command center located on Thunder Bay, and at the Ramada Inn. And Jack McKay Sr. It says, please stop by these rooms to sign up for a search and for updates. Family, community members, all partners in coming together to search for her. And it says something in I can't speak that language. I know I can't. Miigwech? I'm not sure. Right. And then If you have any information about the whereabouts of Latanya, please contact police at 807-684-1200 or the Bear Clan. And then on here, it says that she's 25 years old, 5'10". She has brown curly hair, and there's an incident number. And then the last known sighting was January 1st at 11:30 a.m. in the vicinity of Oliver Road and Golf Links Road. Last seen wearing a dark parka with fur around the hood, purple hoodie, black pants, and black shoes. Oh, that little guy. He's so young. Ugh, it's really sad. But I don't know, maybe that's what some people need to see to realize like these people are important to somebody. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you? Good to see you. How are you doing? So, let me grab you guys and bring you to this one. So this is one of the first ones that was put out, and I'll actually read this one. So they changed the date, right? We know how that happens. They actually put it as she was last seen the evening of December 31st in the area of the 500 block of Donald Street West. So there is a bit of a change there. Despite ongoing investigation efforts, no new sightings of Latanya have been confirmed, and family has become increasingly worried about her well-being. She's described as an indigenous female standing 5'10", with a medium build, and she has medium-length brown curly hair and brown eyes. And then they even change this, right? They say it's a navy blue winter jacket, with fur around the hood, dark pants, black running shoes. And she's 25 years old. And they put this one out on the 10th. And then if you go, and that's considered an update, right? Then I go to another one. I think I could bring you guys over for this one here. Let's see. It's got flashing lights. I don't know what's happening on a page. Um, it shows you a picture of her here. I don't know. I've never seen so many ads and stuff all over a page before in my life. Woo. All right, let me bring you over. I'm sorry if stuff ends up flashing when we get over here. It was doing it a moment ago. Hey, Lone Wolf. Nice to see you. Be safe, careful, healthy, and have a blessed day. Ah, you as well. You as well. And so, you see, I can't move this thing out of the way, but so it says that Thunder Bay Police Service are renewing the request in locating the missing person, and then they put it back at January 1st at about 11:30 a.m. And there is a picture here, and then I can't imagine that this has anything to do with it. Well, listen, I don't think so.
Robert McBurney.
Nope. And then it talks about her description and the number that you can call. But that is another photo right here, if you guys can see it. Can I bring this over here? What can I do with this? Hang on. Open it in a new tab. All right. I want you guys to be able to see this because this is what she was wearing. So let me bring you over to this one because that thing is blocking us. All right. So this is what she was wearing right here. I guess you could see how this is like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to see the color. But yeah, maybe navy blue. And then purple hoodie under it. And she had a mask on. And let me see what this. Okay. Let me bring you guys over to this other one. Hey, BC. Good to see you. Good morning, that girl. How are you? Okay. So let me bring you over here. This is we're kind of going in order, right, to current date. And this one goes on to say that the family of the missing person is appealing for the public's help. Here is a photo of her face up close. Sorry if all these images are distracting everybody. I don't know. Ads galore. If you need a bathing suit. Okay, so the family of 25-year-old Latanya Tait, who was last seen more than 2 weeks ago on the city's north side, is pleading for her safe return home and for the public's help in finding her. Latanya, if you are out there, if you could see me, let us know, said Norman Munias, her father. Message us if you're out there. Message. Call us right away, please. The last confirmed sighting of Tate was on January 1st at approximately 11:30 a.m. Oliver Road area near the Thunder Bay Regional Health Sciences Center and Lakehead University. Her father said that he normally speaks with his daughter every few weeks, but has not heard from her since November. Quote, lately, it hasn't been going like that at all, he said. By December, I started to grow concern about her, so I really need to know if she is okay, if she is alive, if she's troubled. Her sisters and brothers are constantly asking me every day if I have found her. Thunder Bay Police Service Detective Sergeant Rob Gamula said that Tate has many friends and family in the area who investigators have spoken with, but no information has come to light of any other sighting after January 1st. Quote, we have sent a alert to our policing partners in the event that she's traveled outside of the area of Thunder Bay. We are again appealing to the public to provide any information that would lead to the whereabouts of Latanya. He added that she has been known to travel to numerous areas of the city. At this time, we are not looking at doing a ground search, he said. We will take the information as we see it and make a determination from there if a ground search is warranted. She is described as an Indigenous woman, standing 5'10", medium build, medium length curly hair, brown eyes, right? And then it continues on, and I want to show you this photo. This is her. Well, all right. I'm actually changing plans. We're coming over here. And it's actually two people. So it's another person we're about to cover and her. Hey, Johnny. Good to see you. Hi, Cray Cray. Party of six. Hey, hey. How are you? Good to see you. And so here is her. Okay. So this is actually, like I said, the two people. It is her and it's also, they combined, okay? The police have combined efforts rather than just looking for her, just looking for this gentleman who we're going to cover also. That's Alexander Lawson. He's 65 years old. They've consolidated the volunteers for both of the missing people. And so I will read that. And this one came out January 23rd. Volunteers have consolidated their efforts to find Joseph Alexander, and it changes. Sometimes he's Alexander Joseph. Sometimes he's Joseph Alexander. Lawson always remains the same. And Latanya, okay, as the search for them continues in Thunder Bay. The search for Lawson, who is known as Alex and is a member of the I Am Going to Destroy This Lexul First Nation. I know that's not right. So, and Tate, a member of, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this wrong too. I hope can you guys actually see what this says on the screen? Because I want you guys to be able to actually have the nation that they're from. But I know I can't pronounce it correctly. I'm gonna just completely destroy it. So I'm putting it in chat because I'm not positive if you could see it or not. Okay, first one I'm dropping. is Alex. That is where he is a member. And then the second one I'm dropping is going to be for Latanya. Latoya? I'm not even sure. I'm really not. Okay, that's hers. And then it's been ongoing for a few weeks. Family members have flown into Thunder Bay from surrounding First Nation communities, and local volunteers have combed the city. Lawson was last seen in November on the 200 block of Madeline Street in a Grandview area where he had been living. The 65-year-old is described as a 5'6" Indigenous man with a medium build, brown eyes, and long, straight gray hair, who often has facial hair. He was last seen wearing a black baseball cap, light colored North Face puffer jacket with dark upper area, and blue jeans and black shoes. His family has become increasingly concerned as well about his safety since his last confirmed sighting of November 27th. They've launched a Facebook page called The Missing Person Alex Lawson, which has more than 800 followers, created an email address to streamline communications, and have been posting Facebook ads about his disappearance for weeks. Kim Lawson, his daughter, told CBC News on Sunday that there have been possible sightings since the end of November, but none have been confirmed. One challenge is video retention, since many businesses have deleted their security camera footage since then. And then the Thunder Bay Police last issued a news update about his disappearance on January 12th, commenting that the community's efforts in helping with grid searches and encouraging people to keep their eyes peeled. Police confirmed that investigators have received numerous reports of more recent sightings of him throughout the city, but to date, no other sightings have been confirmed since November 27th. That's so sad. Wait, don't like side effects of it, cause low blood pressure or heart attack. Oh, you declined your nuclear stress test? Don't you need that in order to be able to have the surgery? Or like to have a pacemaker put in, or even decide about the other medication? Or no? I'm not, but, and then here's a picture. You can actually see him standing, like the full length of him, not just his upper. So his daughter said that police are taking the case seriously and investigators have been responsive to her calls. The community has also been responsive, and she said that she's grateful for volunteers' efforts to keep the search going. Quote, it's really heartwarming to see that, there are people that are taking it upon themselves just to keep an eye out for him, just to check in the area. It made it a little easier. We felt we weren't so alone trying to find our dad. Her dad has been known to walk long distances, but she said he's never disappeared like this. He's usually in close contact with his sister, but the family hasn't heard from him since around the time he was last seen. We don't want to forget about my dad, she said. We think about him every day. It's been pretty hard on us, just not knowing where he is. We've reached out so many times, and if somebody knows where he is, just let us know. We just want to know that he's okay. And then for Latanya, recent search efforts for Lawson have been consolidated with another missing persons case, the 25-year-old Tait. Tait is described as 5'10", Indigenous woman, medium build, medium length, brown curly hair, brown eyes, and last confirmed to have been seen on January 1st around 11:30 a.m. near Oliver Road and Gulf Links Road. She was last seen wearing dark parka with fur around the hood, purple hoodie, black pants, black running shoes. And her family, like Lawson's, have also been vocal in appealing to the public about her whereabouts. A Facebook group called Search for Latanya Tait has more than 300 members. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop both of these. Let me Let me come up really quick and just open this one up. I'm going to drop both of these if you have any interest in joining the group or taking a look at it, then you have the site and you can go right ahead. So here's the first one that is for the 65-year-old that goes by Alex. And then I'm not sure how far down I went. Here we go. And this one is for Tate. And I will add these to the description at the end too. That way anybody that rewatches this doesn't have to hope that live chat is still around. And I even know that sometimes people on tablets said that they can't see the live chat. So I'll make sure it's in the description for you as well. So her father, Norman, spoke with CBC News on Sunday and said that his daughter has been going through a difficult time due to recent death in the family. He suspected something was wrong when Tate didn't wish him a happy birthday in December or contact him over the Christmas holidays. Her father is a stay-at-home dad, lives in Nishinkanda? No, Nishintaga? I don't know. First Nation. And the community it's 436 kilometers northeast of Thunder Bay. He's been in the city for a while, assisting search efforts for his daughter, and said that he'll feel unfulfilled if he goes home without knowing that she is safe. Her siblings are just as worried as he is. He encourages anyone with information about his daughter to contact him or the police. He is hoping to hear from her, saying there have been possible sightings, but none that have been confirmed. He said, I can't go on false hope. Community volunteers have formed a command center at Thunder Bay's Ramada Inn to consolidate search efforts for both missing people. Gas station gift cards, refreshments have been provided to those assisting with the search. More info about the search team can be found here on the Facebook group that we just dropped. There were 614 missing person investigations conducted by the Thunder Bay Police Service in 2021, according to the agency's annual report this year. The TBPS last issued a news update on Tate's disappearance on January 15th. And anyone that has information on either of their whereabouts is asked to call 807-684-1200. And you could submit tips anonymously through Crime Stoppers, 1-800-222-8477. And I want to show you the most recent one here on Tate, which is that there has been a sighting of her now that they can confirm. Right? You know how this whole time they've been saying, we're not sure, it's unconfirmed. They are actually confirming this one. It's so this just came out yesterday, the 26th. Here she is still wearing the same clothes. So a missing woman last seen in Thunder Bay New Year's Day has been spotted in Winnipeg. Last week, the family made a public appeal to help find her after not hearing from her since November of last year. The last confirmed sighting had been January 1st. So now they actually have an idea where to look, right? Where did they all go? Yeah. It's so low blood pressure too. A nurse told me that she was surprised I was sitting passed out due to it. Oh wow. Wow. And so on Wednesday, Thunder Bay police said as a result of tips from the public and assistance from Winnipeg Police Service, investigators confirmed a new sighting of Tate in Winnipeg on the evening of January 16th in the 1400 block of Portage Avenue. Her family remains concerned for her well-being, and the investigation remains an active missing person case. So that's the most recent. She was seen on the 16th. Today's now the 27th. Kind of weird. She was confirmed to be seen on the 16th, but they waited till 10 days later to tell the public that. But it's okay. I'm sure they have a reason. But at least now we know where to focus efforts. And it does make me wonder, are they going to split the efforts now? If they're still looking in the same area for the gentleman and they know that she was last seen out, you know, I don't know. Kind of interested in that. Let me let this little commercial play out. Oh, it's a long one. All right. Hopefully, this is going to be what we want it to be when the commercial is over.
A Mohs surgeon, he is ranked in the top 3% of all surgeons in the country. Guardian Dermatology, skincare you can trust.
Montana lawmakers heard a bill that would extend and expand the state's Missing Indigenous Persons Task Force. MTN senior political reporter Jonathan Ambarian takes a look at the proposed changes and what the task force could take on if it continues for the next 2 years.
On Wednesday, advocates said Montana has made important steps in addressing the crisis of missing and murdered people, thanks in part to a state task force, and they want its work to continue.
A shining star in the entire United States is the effort of our great state by developing the Missing Persons Database, the Missing, Murdered, and Indigenous Persons Task Force, and the LINK grant.
Representative Tyson Runningwolf, a Democrat from Browning, presented House Bill 163, which would extend Montana's Missing Indigenous Persons Task Force through 2025. As of Wednesday, a state database reported 176 missing people in Montana. 45 of them, about 1/4, are Indigenous. The task force is charged with identifying barriers, causes, and strategies for responding to these cases.
One of our members said, "Our work is not done. The problem of missing Indigenous persons in Montana is longstanding and complex. This task force has done good work. It is making a difference, and we need to continue the work."
The bill would add a representative from the Office of Public Instruction, which leaders say is a key perspective, since data shows 80% of recent missing person cases involve people younger than 18. It would also continue the Looping In Native Communities program that set up a reporting portal for missing Indigenous people. If the task force is extended, leaders say one of their top priorities is working with all Montana tribes to establish individual community response plans.
It's an intensive process, and it requires people in a community to all come to the table.
One point of discussion Wednesday was whether to extend the task force for longer than just 2 years. Some supporters said the issue isn't going to be resolved quickly, and it would be better if they didn't have to keep coming back to the legislature for authorization. But others said that coming back to the legislature every 2 years was an important way to keep the issue at the top of mind for the public. In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.
Right, so that's through Montana. So as we go, you're going to hear little by little, like it's different states doing different things to step forward, including like the FBI even. Like I said, I know we're not going to get through all of everything that there is that I have, but it's still really good news to hear. I want to put you guys over on this real quick before we get too far away from Tait's case, right? The 25-year-old we were just looking at. I want to show you the video that they put together about having seen her, and this was put out yesterday.
Well, it's been a busy day for the Bear Clan Patrol. They were out earlier searching for a missing woman, and right now they're getting ready to go out on a second search. CBC's Stephanie Cram is at their headquarters and joins us live. Stephanie, who are they searching for today?
I'm here at the Bear Clan office where they're about to start the search for Latanya Tait. The family is going to arrive any moment now. But earlier today, I caught up with the Bear Clan Patrol in the West Broadway neighborhood for another search. They were there to search for Ashley Shingoose, who was last seen March 2022 in the area of 180 Henry Avenue. Here's Bear Clan's Executive Director, Kevin Walker.
She's been missing for quite a while now, and it's becoming, a concern.
It's like one of these leads to another one. Like as I was looking at the one for one of them, it led me to another one being missing. And then now through Tate being missing, it's now leading us into another one that's missing, which isn't a bad. I know that they have so many. So if you can do multiple searches while you're looking for one, I'm all for that. It's just incredibly overwhelming for them, and they're doing a great job.
That she hasn't contacted anybody in a long time. So we're going to be out today with the family, and hopefully that we can drum up some leads with getting the posters up and having it on our social media platforms.
Now, Shingu's family was also at the search today. Albert Shingus, Ashley's father, only spoke to CBC very briefly to really stress how worried he is about his daughter.
My wife being worried about her daughter, and also me, her sisters, want to know where their sister is. My wife wants to know where Ashley is. We'd like to find her. Please, anyone, call us. Let us know where she is. Thank you.
So, Stephanie, who is the search tonight focused on?
Tonight, the Bear Clan is heading out to search for Latanya Tait. Her family is coming from Thunder Bay. That's where she's originally from. Latanya was originally last seen in Winnipeg early this month on January 16th in the 1400 block of Portage Avenue. And I'm joined right now by Bear Clan's Kevin Walker, who joins me now. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
What area are you guys focusing the search on tonight?
Tonight we'll be searching with the family. We'll be going mobile tonight just to get out throughout the city. We're going to be checking some of the regular places that we have known to be frequented, and from there we'll be out in the next couple of days as well.
Now, this is the second search for a second Indigenous woman today. What is the mood being like?
Oh, in any of these searches, the emotions are high, the passion is high to have a good outcome. So what we're doing today is trying to be there, support the families that are involved, and to rally behind each other and get out there and do our best to find both women.
And how are the families doing right now with regards to these searches?
When you get involved in these searches, there's a lot of heart that goes into it. And, I'm sure they're tired. I'm sure they're hungry. And I'm sure they're really wanting to bring their daughters home. So with us being part of it, offering our support and our resources, hopefully we're looking for a positive outcome.
Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Kevin Walker is the executive director of Bear Clan Patrol. They're going to be heading out any moment now to begin the search for Latanya Tait. Emily?
Thank you, Stephanie. That's CBC's Stephanie Cram.
That was really sad to hear him. Hey, Sarah, good to see you. Hello, hello. So I'm gonna take this down, and I was just trying to bring up. They have a couple more images of her when they had seen her, but you can't really see her, right? You just see her sitting at from an angle pointing from above her. That's weird. And I don't know what they've got circled. Something on her arm. I'm not sure. Listen to the article. Here, let me grab you guys very quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Maybe you guys know what this is circled on her arm, because I don't really know. Also, I looked up the other woman that they just talked about, where you heard her dad that sounded really emotional. I looked her up as well. So see these pictures here? This is the one that we had seen. And then here's another one where she's on a bus, maybe. And then this one here. What is this? Can I, let's see if this will, a visual search. That's not what I wanted. We don't like this. How do I get back out of that situation? I don't know. Exit. Yeah, I don't know what that's pointing to exactly. Maybe it tells me further down, but. Considered an active missing person case. A family participated in a news conference last week where they appeal for the public's help. Yeah, it doesn't say what's on the arm. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're pointing, circled right there. Brand of coat? Yeah, maybe. Logo on clothes? Yeah. You can see a difference between people that love the missing. Yeah, it's true. You really can. You guys all think it's the logo for the jacket? I still can't tell what it is, though. I don't recognize that. It's so, like, blurry or small. Yeah, it doesn't say it. I really was hoping it would tell me what was on there. Yeah, no, even in the description, it doesn't say. Okay. My voice is trying to do a thing. All right, so exit out of that. Okay, here's the other woman here. And and then I was also in the process of doing another search too to see if anything would come up if I put in the other gentleman that we're just looking at. If I put his name in here, if anything comes up, but it does not. Sure doesn't. That's sad. I wonder if it comes up for the Ashley. Let me go back to her. Ashley Shingoose. And her picture looks really familiar to me. I have definitely seen it. I'm for sure of it. It looks really, really familiar. Here, let me bring you over here. This is Ashley, the one that they just connected by looking for Tate. So these right now, there's her dad again. 19 hours ago, a day ago, a day ago. Here's the one that we just saw where they're looking for two of the women. Okay, so let's take a look at this then.
Set against the backdrop of multiple murders of Indigenous women, the family of Ashley Shingoose and Winnipeg's Bear Clan Patrol gathered today to search for Shingoose, who went missing on March 11th of 2022. Accused serial killer Jamie Skibicki has been charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. The identity of one alleged victim, Buffalo Woman, is still unknown.
Huh? What just happened? Is that like a second bit of news that they just gave us, or did they just try to imply that she has been wrapped up with the serial killer? What just happened? That I didn't expect that. What?
Winnipeg police said she is believed to have been killed on or about March 15th, 2022. Police told APTN News that they have no new information to share. Kevin Walker with Bear Clan Patrol says the event for Ashley today is intended to raise awareness.
Wow.
Set against the backdrop of multiple murders of Indigenous women, the family of accused serial killer Jamie Skibicki has been charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look him up, I guess, then. Jamie Skivicki? Or whatever they just said his name is. Because if he's been charged for 4 counts, I just want to confirm that drawing a blank here. Ashley, it isn't one of them. Even though they haven't found her, but I hope that she's not presumed.
My girl, my baby girl.
This is
I miss
heartbreaking.
you. I need you home.
Albert Shingoose says searching for his 31-year-old daughter, missing since last year, has been emotional for him. Shingoose has searched for Ashley whenever he could make the long trip from his northeastern Manitoba reserve. This time, he had help from volunteers with the Bear Clan Patrol, but still no sign of his daughter.
It was very sensitive for me to do the walk with the Bear Clan, but it was a bit easy that I know the Bear Clan had been there for me and for everyone that needed help.
Albert and his wife care for several grandchildren at St. Teresa Point, including 2 of Ashley's 3 children. He says searching is exhausting.
It was tough for the past 2 weeks since I've been here in Winnipeg, looking every night. Sometimes I stay out till 2 o'clock in the morning, come home tired.
Ashley was last seen in the area of Henry Avenue and Main Street, March 11th, 2022. Search team members from St. Teresa Point and Bear Clan Patrol members say while there have been sightings reported to them in recent days, none have been confirmed. The family is also still awaiting word from police on DNA testing being done to determine the identity of Buffalo Woman, the 4th unidentified victim of a Winnipeg serial killer.
Myself, my wife, and my oldest daughter had provided a DNA, and they said 30 to 60 days for that thing to come back. I don't want to think in a bad way. I want to think in a good way, like she's around. I want to think that she's here. She's around.
Leanne Sanders, APTN National News, Winnipeg.
I want to hug
Seen in
him.
the area of Henry Avenue and
I want to go back to the jacket part. Were you talking the jacket on the last one that they were showing, or anywhere on here? I didn't see. Oh, right there. That one is Puma? No. Baby fat? Baby? I forget. I'm so out of check on like what those clothes are anymore. What is this? Is this? Yeah, it's the same one. Oh, right there. I was like, where is the other one? Yeah, baby fat. That is so sad. I just want to hug that man. It's so sad. That's really awful. So, and then you add to it that they took the DNA as well. That's really sad too. That just leaves you feeling the same for Hood. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure I was clicking on the right one that you meant. I didn't know. So, but yeah, you're right. I do see that. And I don't see a patch on it, but I do see like a button right there. Yep. That's really, really sad. Oh man. Wow. Yeah, I recognize her poster when I saw it pop up after I put in the search. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've seen her poster before. So March 11th, she's 31 and last seen March 11th, 2022. January 25th. I don't click this right quick and see if this is the same thing that we just watched, but there's a commercial first, of course. You know what happened? And I know some people, whatever. Anyway, I had an ad blocker up here on my Chrome, but because I don't use that anymore, currently because I've had issues. I get all the commercials, all the ads, everything. I'm not sure. This might be the same thing we just saw. I don't know. Oops.
Joining the family of a missing woman in the hope of finding out what happened to her. The group is plastering the West Broadway area with 400 to 500 posters. They hope it will generate some leads on what happened to Ashley Shingoose. The 31-year-old was last seen in March near Henry Avenue and reported missing on December 7th. The family is bringing in the Bear Clan to search and help raise awareness.
They've organized a search team out of St. Teresa Point, and they're going to be here for a month, I believe. Every week they're going to be switching over and having a different team come in, so keeps it fresh and keeps the passion there for the search.
Anyone with information on Ashley Shingoose's whereabouts is asked to call the Winnipeg Police Missing Persons Unit or the Bear Clan.
Wow. That's really... Okay, let me bring you here to this one. So what I need to do, I'm gonna have to correct my thumbnail, and I'm gonna have to add some of these names to it, right? And pictures, because I don't know, I sure am coming across quite a few. Hey, Swamp Critters Exposed, how are you? Good to see you. So this one, the family is offering a $10,000 reward for information on the whereabouts of the missing Indigenous man. I'm going to say his last name wrong, but Carl Schooner Jr. He's 30. He left Bella Cola for Williams Lake on November 30th and was reported missing December 6th. And the family of the Indigenous man who has been missing since early December is offering $10,000 reward for information that might help them find him. At a news conference, which I have, but I don't think you guys will be able to hear it. I'll give it a try and just let me know. If you can't, it's okay. I don't think you will, though. It sounded pretty quiet. They made a passionate plea for help finding his son, Carl, who was last seen in Williams Lake, BC, December 4th of 2022. Carl is a hardworking young man who loved helping others and being with his family. It was in a written statement from, again, I would say this wrong, so I'm going to drop in the chat the nation that Carl is from here, because I know I'm going to say it wrong, and I like you guys to actually know what I'm talking about here, you know. He's a good-hearted, kind person, and it's totally out of character for him to be out of contact with us for this long. He is 30. Okay, so actually he has two. According to the First Nation, he's a part of two different ancestry here. So let me bring that over for you. All right. And then it says that in a statement early December, the RCMP said that he left Bella Cola for Williams Lake on the 30th of November, and his family reported him on December 6th. The police describe him as brown-haired, brown-eyed man, 6 feet tall, weighing 161 pounds. According to the First Nation, he had no cell phone or vehicle at the time of his disappearance, and he may have been wearing a black hoodie. He has a tattoo of Rosa, his daughter's name, on his right forearm. And so this is his family at the press conference that I'll hope you guys can hear. And RCMP spokesperson told the news conference that all of their investigative efforts to locate him have been unsuccessful, and echoed the family's call for information. Every piece of information is helpful, no matter how big or small. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call 250 392-6211. And then this states, let me see if it's going to load. Okay, so this shows the press conference, but it talks about, I mean, there's a couple of pictures from it as well. Hopefully you can hear it, I would hope. But it goes on to say, there are people who know something. This is a parent's worst nightmare. He said, the father said, the family has been searching the city for weeks looking for their son. Quote, "We are very worried. Please, please, please let us bring him home." His mother, Stephanie, originally from Bella Bella and living in Vancouver, sat with her brother, Kelly, in the front row. Quote, "My son is a nice boy. He's a good boy. I just want him home." Around 70 people attended the conference, including First Nation leader, various communities, the mayor, city councilman, RCMP members from Williams Lake and Prince George, as well as the general public. There were opening prayers, closing prayers, drumming songs that added solidarity. We are asking the person or persons to do the right thing and come forward. Let me grab you guys and bring you over to the press conference. I wish I had a way to make these things louder. I really wish I did. Because you at least get to see the setup at the least. And I'm going to mute, so maybe you can hear it better, but.
I'm here to support the Schooner family and the chief and our leaders and the families here for today as we go through press conference for Carl William Charlie Schooner. So we're going to start out in the way we normally do with an opening drum song. And
the mayor, and some of the council that's been here, and the Chilcotin people, the Algacho people. There's a lot of us that are affected by this, in all our communities. We all have somebody that's missing in our community. And the only way that we're going to stop this is if we work together. We talk about reconciliation. That word is thrown around way too loosely. And by together, I mean we need to work together with our city. We need to work together within our communities. We need to work together with other leadership. We all have to stand together. That's the only way we're going to stop this. That's the way we're going to find Carl. That's the way we're going to find Carl Jr. Is by standing together. I want to thank everybody in this room, for coming here, for showing the family support. This really means a lot to the family and our community, and I think this is the right step and a path forward, and how we're going to prevent this from happening again.
Okay, I want to drop this to you, and then if you guys want to listen after, maybe if you guys play it, you put it up to your ear, like if you use a cell phone, maybe you could hear it better. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I mean, I could hear him. I just have to really listen, be very focused on it. But I don't want to keep playing it if you guys are like, nope, can't hear it. And I'm not going to sit here and keep listening, right? So that is the entire article. So you have to go down in the article a bit, and then you will run across the press conference in it. And then let me see. Yeah. Let me exit out of that. Yeah, I don't think they're going to have it anywhere else that would have it. It goes over the dates again. The RCMP took conduct of the investigation December 8th, and police have been unsuccessful in locating him. The case remains a priority for the RCMP. Police have some information that cannot be released at this time because it might jeopardize the investigation. We encourage anyone to call RCMP. Every piece of information is helpful. They put on the press conference, encouraged anyone with information to know there will be a safe space for them to come forward. We want to create closure so this family can heal. There have been several searches in and around Williams Lake already, and the family will continue to search. The public can help by keeping their eyes and ears open. Every home and business owner should walk and check their property. She also said to help, to keep praying, keep doing food offering to feed his spirit. During the searches, an eagle has been with us. Williams Lake First Nation Chief Willie Sellers said it is important to empower people to use their voices and come forward if they know something. The more people that come forward, the better. 50 is better than 1. People are scared when they shouldn't be. Wow. That's interesting. Why? Why are they scared? He's described as Indigenous man, 161 pounds. Short black hair, brown eyes, tattoo. No cell phone, no vehicle, wearing a black hoodie. And again, the number is 250-392-6211. Dozens of reward posters were handed out to people at the press conference. Wow. That's just incredibly sad. Oh, my heart breaks for all of these family. I feel awful. All right, I'm going to backtrack a bit here. I want to make sure. Yeah, see, we did not go through this part. Okay, we're backtracking a little bit. Not like it's stuff that you already heard, though. It's still new. Definitely still new. But let me see here. All right. Good, good, good. All right, let me grab you guys. I have so many. I'm telling you, when I started and I told you I had a whole bunch of stuff, I mean, I'm not even kidding. I actually need to see what we're doing with time. Yeah, I'm going to have to hold on to some of these and show you guys in another video or stream or something, right? Just to kind of divide it up a bit. 10 seconds. What a weird advertisement with all their jumping around. Oh, you have earbuds and that's why? Yeah, I think it's my headset that made it so I could.
Tool meant to shine a spotlight on an issue that's been ignored for too long. It's called a feather alert. It means drivers will now see information about missing Indigenous women on our freeways and highways statewide. Here's NBC Bay Area's Damian Trujillo.
And this is California.
Santa Clara County has a rich Native American history. So for one local Native American, the new feather alert was long in coming.
These are grinding stones where the Amamutsin tribe would traditionally gather and grind one of their primary food sources, which is the acorn.
For Kathy Chavez Napoli, these are hallowed grounds. Chitaktak County Park, once home to the Amamutsun tribal band.
It gives me strength to remember where I come from, where my family comes from thousands of years back.
As a member of the Maidu tribe of the Susanville Indian Rancheria, Kathy is relieved the state finally has a feather alert. That way, she says, the entire state can find out about missing Native women just as fast as word spread about Lacey Peterson's disappearance and Gabby Petito.
We all agree that all women should have that same kind of publicity and people seeking them. But Native American and women of color don't get equal attention when they go missing.
Now those cases will get a new spotlight and hopefully a better chance of being solved.
And this is really just another great step forward.
Deputy DA Josue Fuentes is part of a robust human trafficking task force in Santa Clara County. He applauds the new federal alert aimed at the Native community.
But to the specific segments of our population that often go overlooked, this is a crime that definitely impacts all levels of our society.
California residents who get Amber Alerts on their phones will now also get Feather Alerts the same way. Kathy says for Native Americans, it's about time. Damian Trujillo, NBC Bay Area News.
Yeah. And then they have that was through good news through California, right? Then there's the Montana one that we showed you earlier. And then there was something on Washington I showed you, and Washington State. And then I lost where I just was because I just had another one. Yeah, Montana, right? Okay, so Montana, boots on the ground, a funding proposal to fill the gap in the missing person initial response. Now, these advertisements are just too much. I don't know if this will be related. If it is, I'm grabbing you and bringing you over. 4 seconds. Okay. Yes. Let me grab you. So this one is to do with Montana.
You might recognize these photos. They're on billboards around the state. Photographer Jen Buckley is Chippewa Cree. She's behind the effort to keep the MMIW tragedy where no one will miss it.
You know, this issue has been impacting our people since the beginning of time. It's just recently it's been getting attention, and the red hand print symbolizes, you know, the silence that our people have gone through, losing their people, and that solidarity of standing with them.
Buckley tells me she wanted to do more after helping with ground searches for Jermaine Charlo, a Native American woman who went missing in 2018 somewhere around Missoula.
When Jermaine went missing, it was so disorganized, and you know, like they still have no idea where she is. And it's the same with all the, you know, cases that have come up involving Native American women or people. It's just delayed, and just acknowledging that difference, like we're not shaming anyone. You know, it's just like acknowledge the difference and how do we move toward a solution.
She hopes efforts to fund training for local search and rescue groups passes at the Montana legislature.
I would encourage anyone to go out on a search. It's one thing to talk about it, and it's one thing to get your boots on the ground and do something about it.
Boots on the ground is what House Bill 18 seeks to support. The bill, brought by Browning Democrat Tyson Running Wolf, would establish a fund for grants to train community-based missing persons response teams.
This bill is meant to address a significant gap in our community's public safety efforts, ensuring that communities can help respond to instances of missing persons. While this bill is not limited strictly to missing Indigenous people, we know that Indigenous people go missing at drastically higher rates than other Montanans, and access to adequate training programs on reservations is a limiting factor.
The DOJ reports that number as 4 times as likely as Native communities push a long-standing atrocity to the forefront.
And we have folks that are Native film producers. We have folks that have all the right sound equipment. We have folks that know how to use databases. We have people that are on multimedia continuously posting and putting it out there. So it's also a movement of technology and knowledge and not being afraid to speak up.
This as Native caucus members work on a broad swath of solutions. Democrat Senator Shane Morageau and Republican Senator Jason Small talked with me about other developments this session.
You know, a lot of tribes are doing a lot of great things with economic development. And I think what you just mentioned as far as getting like broadband and those sorts of things, those are huge for communities, especially rural communities that tend to be low income, right? Getting connected will help assist with a lot of these issues as well. When we talk about, you know, education opportunities, opportunities to help with the MMIP team, in trying to get a rapid response for missing persons.
In Billings, Augusta McDonald, MTN News.
That sounds like a good one for sure. And I'm sure I will be lost again trying to find where that was. Right here, maybe. Yeah. So, basically, they heard testimony on a bill that would renew Montana's Missing and Murdered Indigenous Persons Task Force for another 2 years and adds members from the Office of Public Instruction. The task force goal is to navigate barriers between federal, state, and tribal governments when looking for missing people. I mean, as a wrap up, right? And then it goes into a lot more detail about that. As the elder once told me before, we're not fighting hard enough for our women or our children. And I never understood what that meant because I always thought that it was a physical fight. Oh, I have got to go down there and knock this person around to take care of my daughter or my sister or my wife or somebody, Running Wolf said. But actually, I'm not realizing it until I'm standing here now that this is what it means to be fighting for our women and children and our loved and missing people. And then it goes into who was in favor, addressing the epidemic of missing and murdered Indigenous people in Montana is crucially important, and its task force is a good model of how to respond. They said adding more representatives from organizations like the OPI would improve the program, especially because so many of the cases involve children. And the program's goals for 2022 are to increase the reporting of missing persons, improve tribal and community responses, and engage youth. And the representative of Blackfeet tribe spoke in favor of the bill. Please support the task force by providing the resources needed to this collaboration. So important data can be collected, shared, and can be used for more effective and efficient budgeting, planning, legislation, and educational materials. The reality of loved ones is a reality to many families and friends in Montana Indian country. It said that no one opposed the bill at the hearing. And then it goes in, on average, Indigenous people are 4 times as likely to go missing in Montana. 45 Indigenous people are missing in Montana right now, 20 of whom have been missing for more than a year. 22 are under the age of 18, the youngest of whom is 2 missing 5-year-olds, Trayton went missing February 19th, 2022. Ardeen, oh, I covered her. Yeah, little Ardeen, who went missing on April 22nd, 2021. I want to look up, it could be like Trayton, but Trayton. I'm not sure how exactly it gets pronounced, but it looks familiar. I'm going to look him up because I'm wondering if I've looked into this one before. I have Blackfoot in my family. Do you really? Oh, wow, I love it. Let me see if this will work with me here. All right, I'm going to look up this one. But I have covered Ardeen Pepion. She is a little 5-year-old. Cute. Oh, my Lanta, she's a cute girl. Cute, cute, cute. So sad. It's awful. Really, really sad story with her. Let me look up this one and just see real quick. This is supposed to be another 5-year-old, so let me see if I've covered him or... Oh, I know who he is. Right? Am I right? Is that him? Yeah. He's on the where do I see him? It might be, I don't know. I'm not even positive where I see him at, but I've seen him. Here. I bet some of you probably would even recognize him. If I could get this to work with me, that would be really cute. Really cute. Okay, or well, I'll let it figure itself out. One is okay, one is 4 years old. It says the other one is 7 years old, and they're brothers. So maybe does that might ring a bell with you guys a little bit too, and make it click when you see them. I don't know if it's gonna work with me. It seems to want to be acting up right now, so there's that. But do you recognize these two here? What is going on with this page? Doorbell. All the rest of these want to work. What's going on here? And this is through the Blackfeet Tribal Police as well. They are cute, aren't they? I know. Oh, yeah. Party of Six, you cover a lot of missing cases. It's awful. It is awful. It is. It's because no matter, I cover a lot and I'm way behind. Like, I just feel so much pressure and stress of like, there's so many that need to be covered, that need attention, that I just always feel behind. And all right, we're gonna look him up a different way because I don't know what it's doing, but it doesn't like me right now. So that's okay. That's all right. We will go this way about it. Totally fine with me. Would have been nice if it wanted to work though. All right, here you go. Here we go. Got it. It's exactly the same video. It's just not connected to an article or whatever that is connected to. All right.
Police have requested a missing and endangered person
Hold on,
advisory
go
for
back.
Triton Bogs and Cat.
Okay, so it does go by Triton. I thought so. When I looked at it again, I'm like, I think that's like Triton, like not Triton. Huh.
The Blackfeet Tribal Police have requested a missing and endangered person advisory for Triton Bogs and Cashton Bogs. Triton is a 4-year-old boy who is 3 foot 5 inches tall, 40 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. Cashton is a 7-year-old, 4 foot 3, 60 pounds. He also has brown hair and brown eyes. The boys are with their non-custodial father, 21-year-old Trey Boggs. The father had the boys for visitation and is now refusing to return them to their mother. There is concern for the boys' safety and well-being. If you have any information on the location of any of the three, please contact Blackfeet Tribal Police at 406-338-4000 or call 911.
Wow, I can't believe that they're still missing. I mean, I feel like I see them all the time. I don't know. I feel every time I go over, I don't know where I see them at. I don't know if it's under missing indigenous like area or if I see them other places too, because I just know that they look, I recognize them very quickly. Now, I don't think this is related at all. This one that was below it. This one? No, can't be. If he's only 7 years old, the clip from 11 years ago would not be the same person. So yeah, that's the only video that was out of them right there. Huh. Wow. So him, and I can actually show you the other little girl that I was just mentioning to you. I forgot her name. Ardina? Oh man. Please hold. Let me grab that name right quick because I'm the worst at remembering names. It's really bad. Okay. I've got it. Yeah, Ardine. Okay. Let me show you her. She's so precious. Oh my gosh.
On last week's Taken Too Soon, we heard a story of a young man and his family who was hoping to one day see justice. This week, we dive into a story of a baby girl who was taken from her family by her family. Arden Pepion, a 3-year-old baby girl who was so full of laughter and sunshine.
She loved her music. She loved doing TikTok videos with her older sisters, and she was just a very, very outgoing girl. For a 3-year-old, she was very smart.
MTN News has been covering this case for well over a year now.
3-year-old Arden Pepion was last seen in an area off Highway 89 last Thursday, April 22nd, around 7 p.m.
New information in the case of Arden Pepion.
It's been just over 2 weeks now since a 3-year-old girl was reported missing on the Blackfeet Reservation.
The family is currently relying on trained volunteers and professionals who have aided in recovery efforts after officials scaled back the search.
But so many details have still been left out.
Any kind of information, anything to help us to try to bring her back. Like, you know, who was first on scene and all that, and who first initially took the call, and then how many hours actually she was missing before that. It's still nothing.
And now, according to friends and family, they have been left to search for her body alone.
We actually had to seek out help from somebody else. We actually had to hire an investigator out of California, and he's been up here a couple times already just to find something.
No body, but one conviction.
He got 9 months of house arrest, where he was able to go to work. It's a half hour, go to work, half hour, go home.
Arden's body has not been recovered, and her aunt and her aunt's boyfriend were charged with her disappearance, receiving a child endangerment charge and sentenced to house arrest back in October. Technically a closed case, but family and friends refuse to give up until they can bring Arden home.
Kept going because we're not going to stop, you know, until we find her. And maybe it'll be years. I'll be looking till I'm an old lady. But I'm hoping, you know, this year.
At 3 years old, Arden Pepion is another Blackfeet member taken too soon.
Things happen here. We all know each other. And it's hard to sit by and see it continue.
We have reached out to the Blackfeet law enforcement on this case, but have yet to hear anything back. Hundreds of names who have never received proper justice or any at all, and this is only from the Blackfeet Reservation. In Browning, Lindsay Stinger, MTN News.
Now just take a look at those list of names again, because I've shown this video a while back. And I can't get over this list. I can't do it. I just can't get over it. It's unbelievable to me. It's upsetting, and it's just not right. It's not okay.
It continue.
We have reached out to the Blackfeet law enforcement on this case, but have yet to hear anything back. Hundreds of names who have never received proper justice or any at all, and this is only from the Blackfeet Reservation. In Brown.
Yeah. It's just not okay. It's really awful. That hit me hard when I saw it the first time. I'm just like, wow, you've got to be kidding me. So, all right, I've been on for a bit now, and so I will wrap this one up. That way we aren't going crazy too long, and I'll either do another stream, right? Because I mean, there's a never-ending list of people that I could cover that are missing. So I'll either find other missing Indigenous and come and do another stream for you guys, where it's got more of this good news, bad, you know, things that they're working on moving forward, because there's even more. There's even more in here, and so. Like one of them is talking about another bill for Nevada, however you say it. And then another one is about federal government seeking solutions to the crisis. And so maybe I'll put that out little by little, or I'll do another stream. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's smart to do. But I appreciate all of you that actually came and listened and care. And this is a huge issue that not nearly anybody pays attention to. And I have a lot of respect for all of you that actually came and care. I have a lot of respect. So I thank you very much. I will come back on. I have other cases and whatnot tonight, so I'll be back on at some point, hopefully sooner than later. But yeah, I'll be back on. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone. I love you. Take care, everybody.